On the topic of ninth wheeling, let's talk about the 10th wheel in this relationship. 2 six-packs and a mic. I'm your host, Neil Shaw. I just stripped the role from this kid. We're here with esteemed guest, Anato, previous host, ex-host, I should say.
Just wanted to say something. I wasn't recording when you started filming.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He'll pick it up.
I just started recording.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to 2 Six-Packs and a Mic.
No!
Anato Zaman. Today we have 3 esteemed guests with us. Renowned pedophile murderist, Neil Shaw.
You already used that, buddy.
I used it yesterday, okay?
You used it yesterday.
I used it yesterday.
I'm more than that, buddy. Rapist, pedophile, just weeb. That's probably the worst one.
He also prints money.
I print money.
Prints money.
Huh.
Bitcoin, buddy.
Are you like that guy who brings a Chuck E. Cheese token?
Oh yeah,
That's the real crime they're gonna catch you for.
We have modern artist and consumer of watercolor, Andrew.
He's the one who actually did all these set pieces.
Yes. Oh yeah.
True story.
This took
We
me
didn't
a few
just find
hours
these.
this morning.
Yeah.
And
Circle
last,
stencil, huh?
but certainly not least, Tim.
Tim Liu.
Alrighty, so let's get this episode rolling.
So, the topic for today is actually, it's a funny story. It's not actually that great of a story, but I was messaging the group. I wanted to ask him, alright, what should we talk about? I was just thinking, what's getting TJ so worked up these days, right? What's interesting to the people? And instead of answering, Tim was like, that's our topic. That's the vaguest bullshit that I could come up with. And you were like, that's our topic. So here we are. What's working up TJ, guys?
Well, yeah, we've been reading your comments, and we can tell that you guys are really aggravated about, Bon Todibus and the goings-ons of the school.
I gotta say, have you heard what happened in I-Night? With the BSU thing?
Oh wait, what happened?
Well, yeah, these people didn't go to I-Night because they're piece of garbage.
As you would know if you watched the last episode.
Don't. But, yeah, so, MCs are making classic jokes and whatnot. And for BSU, they were, making some memes like, oh, what does BSU stand for, Apparently it's not Black Step Union.
Isn't it Black Student?
It's Black Student Union, but I thought it was Step because they do, the step thing.
Are you appropriating their culture, dude?
Sorry, guys. Wakanda forever.
Wait, they do, Jeopardy and stuff. They have other things.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I thought they were based off of the I-Night Act. That's okay. Whatever. I'm an ignorant piece of shit. Let's
just how Pirates of the Caribbean is based off the theme park, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Actually, that's a true story. But anyways, Johnny Depp aside.
Yes.
Sean G made a very interesting joke saying oh, what does BSU stand for? Maybe it stands for Bonatatabis Stuck Up. Obviously, she's in the crowd. But that wasn't the part that, that wasn't the sting, right? Mm-hmm. The sting was that the audience clapped for 2 minutes afterwards. It was the most awkward thing for her, I would imagine. It was bad. It was really bad.
Wait, I should have asked William. He sat right next to her throughout the performance.
What?
Wait, which William?
Billy? Yeah, Billy Zhang.
Oh, man.
Because he was photographing, the events, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was right next to...
Yeah, you should. That's a good point.
Yeah, I'll go ask him about that.
But anyways, that goes to show Bonatatabis still isn't very popular amongst our body. One reason are the cameras that they're now implementing, right, Andrew?
Yeah, so over the past few weeks, they've been just implementing cameras around the school. I think a few weeks ago, whenever you walked around the Sys Lab area, the senior labs wing, I guess, there was a bunch of people with ladders fixing things up in the ceiling, and so they're actually about to go live by the end of this month, I believe.
Damn.
So near March 20th or so, and yeah, they got all eyes on the hallways but not inside the classroom because the teachers didn't want to have cameras.
That's fair, honestly. I mean, how do you guys feel about that? I personally don't really care.
Wait,
to
I
be
feel
honest.
if the teachers get to not have cameras, why do we have cameras watching us in the hallways and the commons? Because the teachers didn't want to get watched because they don't want to...
It's not a comfortable situation.
Yeah, because you're while you're teaching, there's always a camera in the back, and it's it just feels awkward. But then, as a student, wherever you go now, there's cameras following you.
Because you don't get rights. Oh,
well, in school, you don't. There are rules. And, that's the thing. A part of me is I don't like getting watched. I respect my own privacy. But also, like, what are people doing in the hallways that's really, like, what do they need to hide? Like,
Wait, because
the
if you
whole
think
argument
about
is,
it, like a school shooting is probably gonna start inside a classroom.
is it though?
No, because that's
Not-
what
not
the
always the case.
Botanicus talked about. How I think when she was in California, was that they had cameras inside the school so they could track
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
the shooter was.
And I mean, that's as relevant as it is
Yeah,
as
but-
ever now.
I mean, if it's in the hallways, it's still not in the classrooms.
No, but don't
Like, I
they
thought-
just walk in, right?
Yeah,
That's
they
true.
roam the school. That's the problem. Because if you're stuck in this, they don't generally start in the classroom. Like with Parkland,
Oh, do they start like in the hallways?
Parkland,
you
like
take an
he
Uber?
walked in, like after,
Oh,
like later.
Not like
I
an
guess.
Uber to
He-
go in.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he I mean, yeah, he didn't actually. He got expelled from the school. But on that topic, like,
Wait.
So there's two
actually,
solutions.
I have something to add to that.
okay,
So the new security, right? It's been like they've completely made the security guards a lot more strict. And, so security like has become a lot more strict, and so some guy I knew, right? One of my friends, he during geosystems, like during second period, or the passing time between first and second period, he went to his car to get like a bagel. He went to get his breakfast,
Mhm.
and by the time he came back, there was a security guard like sitting outside the door, and then asking him if he went out to get a gun. Like he just went out to get breakfast. But the security guard was just like interrogating him, asking if he got a gun from his car, because the security guard saw him like walk out and go to his car, and he got his parking pass suspended for a week because he went out to get breakfast.
I mean, technically that's not allowed, but
Yeah.
Is it not?
No.
Technically, you're not supposed to.
You're not
leave your
supposed to leave the
car
school after.
during school hours.
yeah,
Wait, I don't see why.
There's a bunch of stupid rules.
It's-
No, because
reasons like that, like, people
coming
could-
in as well.
oh yeah,
Just from online first.
it's ridiculous, but they don't want people like going out getting like something like contraband, for example, like drugs or something from their car that they don't hold on their person, dishing it out, like dealing it out, and then getting rid of it essentially instead of like keeping it on yourself. I don't know. It's
but like if you're gonna
there's so
do
many
that,
workarounds,
why don't
yeah.
you just
Yeah,
do
why
it
don't you just
at the
have
beginning
online
of the
first
day?
period?
why don't you just do it outside of school? I don't know. People are idiots. As your resident drug expert, you know.
Oh, since
Neil knows everything. About
Of course, we should get Grant back on. I miss Grant already. Man,
we should just be Grant and a mic. We don't need to.
honestly, yeah. But what was I saying? So it's like it's either security cameras or teachers have guns, according to Trump. And as much as I would love Mr. Bergele to be packing in my gov class, like I was telling these guys, I would be safe in his arms, his big manly arms.
Fuzzy, happy teddy bear.
Thinking of it like a Miss Kochman with a Glock on her side, or
No, again, it's one of those cases where it's just like didn't do your annotations. Normally, you just lose 5 points, right? But with a gun, you might lose your life, guys. So you gotta weigh your priorities here, right?
Yeah, that's true.
as much as I trust our teachers, I think it creates way more
I
problems.
feel like Mr. McCormick though, if he had like a machine gun in his golf cart, I would.
Oh
feel
my
Wait.
god. Dude, he would have a mounted turret on his golf cart, let's be honest. That's actually a sight to see. I already feel like, but I mean, look, Mr. McCormick, he already has a weapon. He can just run kids over with a golf cart. What's a machine
At
gun
what, like
gonna do?
9 miles per hour?
Yeah, man. You know how frail TJ kids are.
Oh yeah.
Wait, yeah, the new
They
security
get smaller
is also,
every year.
Okay, this is an old
No,
meme.
that's-
No.
Old.
I don't think that's true.
Shh. Yeah, it's true.
Like it's reaching.
But that's like, I don't know. Freshmen are weird. They're all little gremlins.
Andrew, please.
Let's-
Yes.
So I was gonna say, like, we used to play Ultimate outside all the time, remember? Like,
Yeah.
on the field and stuff. And so, like, over the past few years, as, especially after Glazer left, we aren't even allowed to, like, go outside. Even when Glazer was here, I remember Mr. McCormick wouldn't let us go on the field during lunch and
Yeah.
mess around.
Yeah. And like kids played soccer all the time at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like in part was like renovation that we had more freedom, but also since all the people who knew what that was like are leaving, like the previous classes, the new generation's not gonna know what it's like to have.
Society
so we got shafted
advances
super hard.
one generation at a time, or one gravestone at a time, as every subsequent class leaves.
It's like we
question-
have the taste of that freedom. We're the
Yeah.
last class here
Yeah.
with the taste of that freedom.
No. The,
Oh no, the
27s,
juniors. Yes,
yeah.
the juniors also.
Yeah.
They had like 1 year,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a question I do want to bring up, and this is something that I've talked to quite a bit with my peers, And it's super interesting. It's that TJ got 0 school shooting threats after Parkland versus like my base high school, for example, got 6 individual ones. Why do you think that's the case? I mean, you would think like TJ with its high stress environment, with its lot of head asses. Let's be honest. Why are we?
Because
Why does-
college.
what about
man,
our culture?
College matters so much.
What about our community?
It's a lot of things. If you want a serious answer,
Yeah,
high income, right?
true. Okay.
Very, very liberal, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of gun owning families. I believe that's a true statement.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Like,
know about gun-owning families. Or like
It's
I
probably
know at
less
least my
than-
family owns a gun. It's just that I don't know where it is.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure like our statistics are much lesser than like an average high
true.
school.
Yeah.
But on that note, what about is high income a part of that equation?
I think so. Like,
I think you have more to lose.
It's like education's tied into income.
You have more to lose. Is that it? Yeah.
Because if you get arrested, you're not gonna go to college.
So the
and your
people
parents will
like
beat the
shooting up
shit out of
schools
you.
are just completely hopeless, which is I
That
mean
makes
obviously
sense.
People-
it does make sense. But is I don't know if
Because
that's
they don't get the mental
Yeah.
health care or whatever they need.
well. Yeah,
Because society.
mental health. That's an interesting topic. I think.
honestly, I don't know. It just like makes you angry after a while. You know, not really angry, but I felt myself become a lot more jaded after, repeatedly reading the news. Right. I feel like that's a pretty common
I think
sentiment.
after Orlando,
Like,
you're just like, oh wow, it's just another one.
Yeah,
For me, it was
4 days into the new year, we had a shooting, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that didn't take that didn't take long at all.
Sandy Hook was
That was what that was like
that was 2012.
I think that was like
That was
the
also a while
5
ago.
years ago.
I was in elementary.
wow.
6 years
All
ago.
right.
No, 6 years ago.
How were you in elementary school?
No, like
was
that
at
was in
elementary
elementary.
school. Oh, that
school,
was
and,
in
like
elementary school,
nothing
yeah.
really happened. Like they still kept coming. So
Well,
Yeah.
what are some other solutions to stopping school shootings from the perspective of a bunch of 18-year-olds? Well,
Okay, people mentioned arming all teachers, right?
Mhm.
Arming all students.
Oh,
that's a weird
Oh,
weird
boy.
argument to be
there's
making.
actually developed like virtual reality games now where you're able to pretend to like fight a school shooter as a teacher. It's like supposed to be for training, I
believe
guess.
that, yeah.
Like, and it just seems really weird to have a simulation where you're having a gun. It's like,
wait, no, they have real ones, like real, like with like
oh wait, like AR and stuff.
no.
no, like
No.
you know how they have, like shooting ranges and they'll put up like the targets. And they've had teachers done those, and like
Oh, yeah.
teachers have
Oh,
accidentally shot
those.
students instead of the shooter because they can't really tell.
Why are students in the range area?
Because it's a school.
No, like
no,
it's
no,
like
no,
a
no,
practice.
no,
It's a
like a
simulation.
practice.
It's a simulation. Students are not walking through the range. This is your final test. Can you kill?
No, but
Uh,
yeah, in the practice, like there's multiple dummies. and only
Oh,
some
I
of
thought you
them-
meant like there were actual
No,
students
no, no,
walking.
Yeah, I
up
did
the
get that
range.
impression. I was kind of confused, but yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Trump was like talking about training. Like he already has teachers training, like you were saying, to have these schools. And like, does the legislation exist? Is it already in place to allow this? I don't think so. So I don't know how that's going about, but
I heard he flip flopped. Like he went super liberal one day.
what did he say?
We should
He
take.
said, take guns first, due process second.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he did.
Ooh.
That was. Well, that also brings the question that. Like,
That's not super liberal. That's just,
oh, that's incredibly liberal.
it's,
Liberals
it's not
wouldn't even.
liberal. It's not liberal.
It's
It's just
popular,
like
it's whatever.
anti. That's the
Anti-gun.
Constitution. Okay. No Democrat would argue. Let's do due process second.
Yes.
Okay. Or no like real serious governmental person would say let's do due process because that goes completely against what what this whole country stands.
Even the
for,
most
right?
liberal
Like,
people in this country that are the most anti-gun, like they're like nobody should have a gun. Like even police officers should not have lethal weaponry on them. They wouldn't go so far as to say we should take away everybody's guns and worry about the right to afterwards. Because you don't get voted if you say stuff like that. Voted for if you say stuff like that.
Unless you're
That's
Trump. And then you're probably gonna get voted.
he already got
in.
voted in though, so then you can start spouting bullshit like, come on, it's Trump. But okay, maybe we should step away from politics. Let's go into something a a lot more interesting.
to learn.
So what are some more? Here. Let me get. I'll
wanna
cover
handle
you.
this one?
I'll cover you. So we're talking about solutions when it comes to stopping potential school threats. Well, TJ's pretty unique in that it's got a variety of senior research labs that all have their brand of weaponry or potential weaponry. The prototyping department is obvious. The electronics department is somewhat less obvious, but still pretty damn obvious. The CS department
What is it?
is surprisingly effective, but let's talk
so
about
we have
it.
what, like 12 or 13 research labs?
Yeah.
Just like there
Oh,
are.
marine bio research. Is there a marine bio
I
research?
think
lab?
so.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
one where you need no prerequisite for. So essentially,
Wait,
I feel
Whatever
like
you-
that one is probably the most lethal, just because you don't know what goes on there.
No,
okay, wait. So let's bring up the question first. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
We're talking about a senior research battle royale.
Thank you. Yes.
How? Okay, so on the topic of marine bio, how are they the most lethal? How would they win this battle?
I just feel like there's so few people there that like nobody has a clue what's going on. Like, I actually have no idea who
Well,
actually does marine bio.
They're like
I
this.
don't think they do remember.
They're all secretly waterbenders. I believe that.
No,
they,
no.
They have power over water.
They have
okay?
a wave
What?
machine.
Yeah.
Oh, are they
Yeah,
the
can
one
do,
with like the cloud machine thing?
No, that's
No.
physics.
Oh, that's physics.
That's
I feel
just
like
like.
physics is like kind of low-key not.
I think physics is the first place
Physics
to
will die.
Yeah, they'll have like mass weights to just like chuck at people. But aside from that, yeah,
Or maybe not. They could like
But
make
maybe
a
their
nuke.
IQ.
It's an IQ
I don't think so.
They're just all
No.
super
See,
smart.
what would the physics department? I think we should just cut out of the
They are
equation.
the smartest.
Let's talk.
And like other
Yes.
labs have
Yeah.
dumbasses,
Yes.
and it would maybe balance.
Okay, well let's talk about it like this. The prototyping lab, I think they're arguably one of the most effective because we have heavy machinery that we can make weapons out of. Like you can.
I
could
wouldn't
3D
trust
print
you
a
to
gun.
make. I trust was it
Yeah.
Bailing to make something, but
Oh,
I
he
wouldn't
would
trust
stop us because you can easily make a railgun in prototyping, but like the moment
It would
Mr.
explode in
B,
your
Wait, could
face.
you?
yeah.
I bet
What
you
do you guys
20
have in
bucks.
prototyping? What?
Well, we have. Okay, look. See, like the thing is, we have the capabilities to, but the moment Mr. B thinks you're doing anything like that, he'll completely shut you down and get you expelled. So don't make a railgun in proto. But in a hypothetical battle royale, I think we could do it. See,
I
the
think
problem
you
is
have the
that's not a short-term thing.
That's not.
That's a pretty long project
Okay.
to be
Yeah,
working
I
on. So
know.
what is the prep time for these? For these?
Okay, first off, right? We're
Okay.
talking proto, okay? Knowing proto, they're gonna wait until like the day before the battle royale, okay? They're gonna say they're gonna make a railgun, okay? Either A, they're gonna present about, ooh, my hypothetical railgun, or B, it's gonna be like a spitball machine, okay? That's proto for you, right?
I feel like
Damn.
I feel like
That is one hell of
But
a
you can
roast,
make
buddy.
a coil gun for a lot less work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's similar though. I mean,
It's like smaller. It's like a pistol.
yeah, but it
You
wouldn't
can shoot nails.
Oh God.
that's
yeah,
still
wait.
deadly though.
Okay.
Nails.
But it's a lot safer for them to make them. If they were making
What is our prep time? What is our prep time? A week?
A month.
A
Entire
day?
year. All right, let's go.
An entire
it's
year
senior research
to
is
make an
senior-
arsenal.
Have the whole year, and then
shit.
on
Wait, then
on
the
TJ's
physics kids
summer
might
day,
win.
No,
They would make a nuke.
They could make a nuke.
No, they what?
What?
They would make a nuke.
Oh wait, they're
If they had a whole
Physics,
year,
physics, right?
okay. But getting access to that kind of
you
again,
can buy uranium.
I don't think you can buy
You can
enriched
buy uranium.
You can't buy enriched.
You cannot buy enriched uranium, but they have a whole year. They can build a centrifuge. And
I don't
they
know how
can
you enrich uranium. Okay, so fine. Physics is back in the game. All right. How are you? What are the criteria? Because you could just play completely defensively and have other people attack you, right? Also, where do the underclassmen? They're the goons. They're the goons. All right, so you can play defensively. You can just like hide out in your senior.
So does
research
everyone
lab.
get the same budget, or are we rolling with what they have now?
It's
No, it's what they
now.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because so engineering design, I think, just dies instantly because they have 3D printers. What the hell are you gonna do with
They
them?
probably just get merged with energy systems.
Yeah. Okay. Engineering design would die. Biolabs would probably die.
Ooh.
Biolabs.
They could-
I mean, bio.
They have a
warfare,
lot of
right?
money.
Like biological warfare.
Not only do
Maybe
they
like
have a lot
Neuro
of money,
can do
yeah.
like mind control.
They'll say great
they weaponize that. They weaponize that wheelchair that they have.
Oh,
Like or they just go like straight Professor Xavier
Yeah.
on our asses. Does TJ have mutants? Probably.
Okay, let's focus the question. Who'd have the coolest weapons?
Over the course of a
Electronics
year?
could have some
I
badass.
feel like
weapons.
electronics or proto, just because you guys can build like a lot of custom.
We have the resources and the.
Robo.
Robo.
Army of robots.
Oh, Robo.
Army of
Yeah.
robots.
Oh my
They're
god!
probably
Wait,
the
you
most
could actually. Robo could be bad. Because you can play both offensively and defensively. Because
And
you
you
can
don't even
hide
have
out
to be there.
Exactly, it's drones. So you can send out these drones as your offense, and then you just hide out in your lab. And it's a nice lab. The problem is though, it's on the second floor, and when you're on the second floor, that leaves you at a huge disadvantage.
No, high ground.
Wait, yeah, that's
Not
good.
just high
You're the
ground,
high ground.
but you're vulnerable from the underside.
But
No, but high ground is a good thing.
Well,
right?
what high ground and what? What are you looking down on? It's still a floor.
it just
ground.
no, it sits on top.
Who's outside?
It sits on top of energy systems.
So that's what I'm saying is that energy system suddenly has.
Or they could
access.
just go downstairs.
Yeah,
and
but
get
energy
two floors.
systems doesn't have any weaponry. Like what?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
energy
look,
system-
think of it like this.
Are you guys gonna create a volcano or some shit?
You ever
That's
played Rainbow
not
Six
what energy
Siege?
is.
I don't know what energy systems.
What the fuck does energy systems do? We'll just throw throw CubeSats at. Dude, Mr. P in a battle royale. Oh, what does that even mean?
He just drops a
No,
wrench.
you just roast all the other labs.
So,
we build him like a big podium, and he just.
so you know what like SWAT teams do, right? It's like they blow up
You're the expert,
floors.
yes.
I play Rainbow Six Siege. I'm kind of an expert. Let's be honest.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So they'll like blow up like floors above to get access to like floors below. So that way you don't create like a bottleneck if you're just going through a door.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know where you're coming from. But then not only that, but you could bomb from like walls. You have to think about
But if
the
you take
environment.
down, if you take down the wrong wall, the whole building goes down.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know about that. I feel like there's some leeway. I know there's load bearing walls and everything, but like
Okay.
in video games it doesn't matter. So in real life it can't matter. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Chem
think
lab would make
Syslab sits on
Chem
top of
lab.
bio.
Okay, yeah. So tell us about the Syslab. How would the Syslab
Wait,
survive?
are you
Andrew?
splitting mobile and sys lab?
Mobile
Yeah.
would die.
Mobile.
Mobile would die.
I don't know.
I feel like some.
Actually,
I feel like if some of the labs would team up, you're allowed to team up, right?
Oh yeah,
'Cause it's battle
yeah.
royale.
wait, yeah, I guess, but then everything
I
the
feel like
mobile lab has,
Proto
the
and Energy
Syslab
Systems
already
could
has,
team up.
and more of it.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, like everything the mobile lab has, the Syslab can either buy or already has.
Yeah, so they'll just be like your minion to do what you want.
I guess.
I do know you guys have drones. I do know that you
Oh
guys
yeah,
have.
we bring in drones for fun.
Yeah, you guys
we
have,
people who buy desktops for their senior research projects.
So essentially, you guys could just mine a bunch of fucking Bitcoin with your budget, and then just start
And buy-
wasting
Yeah,
it
honestly,
all on
we
like a
can
private
just-
army,
Yeah.
like a Nigerian private army. You just
Like
mail
before
order.
you guys even
Mail order
start
Nigeria.
attacking us, we already have like hired mercenaries just going in
I
and
don't-
killing everybody.
But does that? Can you hire a mercenary?
Wait,
like
so
that?
is there like a grace period, or is it like in a year the battle begins, but you can sabotage other people before?
In a year
Maybe
the battle
if you-
begins. Okay.
No, there are rules against it, but maybe if you can hide it,
Okay.
if you can hide your sabotage.
Can you like hack like this, like the circuit breakers? They would just like take
fuck?
out
hack,
people's.
hack into the mainframe.
Honestly, we have
Hack
people who
TJ
can do that.
hack.
It's just
Got him.
the majority of people can't do that, but we might have like one or two people.
Like, it's
we have
possible.
Neil Thistlethwaite, right? Who's
Yeah, not me.
Oh god.
computer security god, and then
He's computer security god.
Isn't Pollock
he leads the club at TJ.
Well, does
isn't
that mean
Pollock
anything?
Also like good at hacking.
And we have like sysadmins and stuff.
Oh,
so
What are the Oh, you bring down Ion. Oh no, we can't sign up for 8th period. Whoa. Oh shit, I don't know where my
Wait,
bus
they can
is.
actually mess
Wait,
up
that's
like
a
all
problem.
your computers.
No, you
They
can
have
s-
all your information.
What are they gonna do with it?
They can find where you live and like steal your family.
Oh my god. We're talking about a hostage crisis now?
No, you'd be surprised because the syslab can make, like everyone except them, miss their 8th period. They can make Autonomous do their work for them. Okay?
Oh.
They got the security cameras. They have access to the security cameras.
But I don't actually know if we do have access.
I know, but I'm sure you could gain
gain
access.
Yeah, we could probably gain access.
Okay. So,
So if everything
got
is happening
eyes
at the
everywhere.
school, it's like heavily in Syslab's advantage because they can access all the
they have a
resources.
ton of-
no, but they can't access all the resources. They can't access the machinery Proto has. They can't access.
We can shut down all your computers.
No, like all
Oh,
the 3D printers and all
okay.
like
we
Yeah,
have
you
control
could.
of all the
CNC?
computers.
What are the sys?
Or at least
sysadmins?
Maraska has control of all the computers. We can get Maraska to do it for us because he's in the syslab a lot of
But
the time.
oh wait, is he the lab director though?
No.
Then that he's out off limits.
Why?
If he's not like part of the lab, then you can't use him.
But
That's
isn't
cheap.
like some lab directors are multiple labs?
Okay, then yeah. That's
Then
fair.
which lab gets them, or do they just
They
merge?
both, yeah. I guess engineering design would just get assimilated into energy systems, which is already happening right
Wait,
now.
I'm pretty
so-
sure we can get access to all the Windows computers. Like, if we really wanted to.
Yeah,
Just shut
exactly.
them down,
And, like,
permanently.
No, well, you guys can't do
They
anything
can
without
backdoor.
computers.
You guys would have to just be using solid, like old school solid.
Like, you
handles.
literally-
I mean,
wouldn't
hey, break out the pencil and paper. Pro's going ham.
What, you're gonna make a trebuchet?
Why not? I don't think it'd be very effective against like flamethrower robots from Robo, but okay.
Let's regroup for
Yes,
a second,
yes.
right? So we have physics making nukes, right?
Okay.
Proto just going ham with like railguns.
It's the Geneva Convention for like.
Buddy, I think the only weapon that they have is biowarfare, and the Geneva Conventions are pretty strict when it comes to that.
No, but this is a battle royale.
Yeah.
So, like, you.
Everything goes.
Yeah, everything goes.
Neuro has mind control.
Possible mind.
What the hell does
mind
Neuro
control.
do?
They have crayfish,
Crayfish,
and cockroaches.
mind
Oh
control.
shit.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
you
the
just
thing
send
is,
little
Neuro-
armies. They would survive the nukes. The cockroaches would survive the nukes.
Like, Neuro's a cool field, right? But the stuff that they're doing is, like, so high-end that they can't really apply it just, like, as their own group.
It's like you have a multi-billion-dollar electron microscope, but what the hell is that going to do to you when there's somebody who's just holding a wooden spear to your neck?
yeah.
Ooga booga! Fight me. Speaking of that, the
Oh, by
power
the way, we're at
outage, I
25.
felt like a caveman. Our power was out for 30.
Wow.
2 hours.
Your life is so.
Yeah.
My life was changed completely. I played piano for the first time in years. I played, it was...
And what boredom does to a man.
Oh my god. That was scary.
This is why electronics has the upper hand.
What would electronics do? You guys would create like electrified barbed
Yeah,
wire.
electrified barbed wire, ray guns. Okay,
They can make
shut
ray
down the
guns,
main
oh.
power.
I would
Ray
trust.
guns?
I would trust them to make the railgun more than I would trust
Oh,
prototyping to make a railgun.
For electronics.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Plus, we have like a couple of secret weapons.
You care to share?
We have.
Transistors.
Ooh, logic gates.
You know how juicy capacitors are?
Capacitors can kill. You guys have tubes. Tubes can kill.
And tubes. Okay. Plus, the people in electronics. Okay. Don't say their names.
Do you say their names?
Nikki Subramaniam.
Oh, Nick. Okay.
That man
is-
would just rip my heart out.
He will destroy you. Okay.
Emotionally before physically.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
No. He will make you cry because of how much like pop culture he knows. Okay.
And
That
he's
is
gonna be
funny.
such a meme that you don't want to kill him.
Well, yeah, it's good to have a
Stare into
mascot.
the face.
He'll just walk up to you, and you'll have your stick. He'll be like, "Oh, who's the lead singer in La La Land?" He'll be like, "Oh, I don't know," and he'll just like bitch slap you to oblivion. Okay, and then you guys will lose, right? So that's what electronics brings to the table. Now, see what other labs do.
Let's think of some creative solutions that electronics could use. So I don't know how much you're allowed to like expand outside of your
Wait, no, I
territory
think
when it
they
comes to like
have
laying
a
down
lot
traps.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Traps
electronics
would be
is
something
not at a
electronics would
disadvantage.
do. I think you guys would play more defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because you
But-
guys have plants, right? You'll start like a little farm, you just wait that.
But the problem is like, this is just going back. Like, can you lay traps around the school for like a year? You can't just have them active or something like that. I don't know. How do you even win at that point when it's so?
Is it just
defensive?
going to be at the school?
It's a fort. Yeah, of course it's gonna be at the school. You know,
Not just a field somewhere.
come on, this is TJ.
Are there any
This
like
lab's
easy
gonna
labs that we're missing here? We already talked about chem analysis. We talked about
Just
bio.
ocean's the hard one.
Ocean is the hard one.
Ocean. I don't know what Ocean does. I don't
They're a
think anybody
waterbender.
does.
They have like they have 3D printers.
They're a jack of all trade. Honestly,
Oh, what
you
about
can do whatever you
Astro?
want.
Oh,
we talked about
Astro.
Astro.
But then, like, what do they do? Because
They'll
in
just
class they
bait
watch
a
Magic
group
School
in.
Bus.
And then they'll just
Lock the
cave the
doors.
planetarium.
Wait, if you like spin the telescope around, you like focus light, like burn people's eyes out.
Just bitch slap them. You spin it fast enough. I don't know. Yeah, what is? They'll play really soothing music.
No, they'll
and
play
lull them all
Magic
to
School
sleep.
Bus. It's just like they won't even care. They'll just be there, and then if
They'll just entertain the school to
Yeah,
death.
exactly.
Magic school bus. Fair enough. Okay, so we got the.
I have a creative solution for physics.
What's that?
Yes.
Right. Okay, what to do is their whole room, okay, is set up like Siemens, like the science competition.
Okay.
Except every time you walk in, you know, no matter what weapon you bring, they beat you with graphene.
oh, you mean quantum?
This man is just fucking memeing at this point. Shut up.
Right?
That is-
you go in there with such high hopes, like, oh, dude, I'm so gonna kill these physics guys. Nope. Graphene.
What is it,
Dude, what are you gonna do against it?
NGRD.
Dude, where does the TJ Partnership Fund land in all this gambit? That's I don't know.
They're the capital.
You have to win over. That's the sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. You have to you have to win them over.
Wait, I think we're gonna lose that. Our people have barely any social skills.
Yeah. We got some charismatic individuals in Proto.
Grant.
And Grant, yeah, Grant.
We
was
got
convinced
Billy.
anyway.
We got Billy.
Oh. Oh yes.
Okay.
Are we
You know
still
what?
forgetting any
So,
last?
Oh, by the way, we're about to hit 30.
All right. Back to video. Sorry about that. We forgot about the 30-minute time limit.
Technical difficulties. Sorry.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take that opportunity to move on to our next segment that I will be hosting.
So let's
A segment
we're gonna
that-
make a sound.
I'm really
the
gonna
only
be.
thing I know from anime is Nani.
Hey, no spoilers. A segment that's gonna be showing my true degeneracy. Hi, Mom.
Let's take it to the
South of the border.
What the?
Lovely, sunny,
I am-
beautiful Japan.
I am
Welcome.
so happy that is on video and on audio. I am going to be playing that every. Welcome to the south of the border. What the fuck was that? Dude, that's what my accent's gonna be when talking about Arcadia.
Oh.
It's I have to learn how to do a British accent in 12 hours.
Do you think Boswell's gonna ask you?
I want to do it, damn it. It's my own
It's not how it
You're
works.
gonna be by 50 ravenous monkeys. Okay.
Okay, you're
gonna
gonna
be
be and Alex Garung. That man's a legend. I can't beat him.
All right, so we would like to welcome you to Weeb Time with Neil Shaw.
God help us all. So, this is a segment that I was inspired by because, Japan's really fucking weird, and unfortunately, I'm part of its anime subculture. Some would call me a weeb. I wouldn't go so far as to say that, considering some of the other actual weebs that I know.
You're just an amateur, a hobbyist.
I'm a hobbyist. Yeah, I dabble.
You adapted the anime. Others were born in it, molded by it.
You see, I would have loved to see you do a Bane accent for that. No.
You would have.
Okay, so some of my friends are watching 2 to 3 hours a day.
That's nothing.
And
I know
10
people done
hours.
6.
Wait,
10 hours a week,
That's
a day on the
actually
weekend.
nothing.
No.
Oh.
Some people do 6 hours a day.
Have you seen the people in our
I
Discord
do
chat?
30 minutes every week. No, if I find a good series to binge watch, I'll do 24 hours in one day. But that's a once a month kind of thing. But so I want to talk to you guys about something that's in season. It's really fucking weird. It's an anime called Darling in the Franxx. It's essentially
Like beef franks.
FRANXX.
For our
So-
viewers out there, would this be on Disney Channel or Cartoon Network?
So you'll find this on
Crunchy roll or whatever.
you'll find this on some sketchy anime websites, man. I was gonna say something more memey, but I decided against it. You'll find this on no. Anyways, aside from that, it's essentially a mecha anime. So you have giant robots fighting it out and all that. It's a classic. It's a classic genre in Japan. Those guys are weird, but
Nothing
it's
like some
much
grinding
hornier. Not only is it about dinosaur robots, but it's also a lot hornier.
I think we
Would
have
you like
different
to go in
definitions of
detail
horny.
about this?
Yes.
You wanna pass that
It's
motor
all
oil?
So it's all about you know how you have pilots in
Yeah.
if any of you guys watch Pacific Rim or Power Rangers.
Pacific Rim.
They're
I
making a
love that
second
movie.
one.
They are Pacific Rim Uprising. I
very
haven't watched
true.
the first yet, but I'm planning to. But so you have pilots in your giant mech suits, but the twist is that they have to be male and female.
Wait, I
in
think I
this-
saw a gif of this.
Oh, I can send you so many afterwards, dude. Oh my god.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not
Six
asking
saved
for
to my
more.
No,
This is
there-
the guy who says
here,
he's in-
time out real quick.
Yeah, but-
And
Yeah.
they have to ride on the same device, right?
So essentially, you got the girl in prone
why don't
position.
you demonstrate, Neil?
Yeah, you have a girl in prone position, and then handles come out of her ass.
What?
It's really weird, and the guy holds the handles, and he's I'm driving the mech now, and the power of the mech comes out of the compatibility between the two, the boy and the girl. It's incredibly dumb. It's inane. It's Japanese as
Could
all
you
hell.
tell me again that you spend your free time watching this? Yes.
Yes, and you know what? The bad part is it's actually kind of enjoyable. It's a fun show. It's weird. Thank you.
You're the one who had me watch. What was it, Hunter?
Yeah, okay. Hunter x Hunter is fantastic. That's nothing like that. That's a wholesome show for the most part.
It's okay.
But essentially, there's this one girl. She's a dinosaur girl apparently. She
Rar.
Yeah, rar. Oh,
Rar
rar.
XD.
Oh, what's this? Yeah, it's really fucking weird. But she gives everyone she rides with dino aids. And what happens is that you can't ride with this girl for more than 3 times, otherwise you die
Of Dino 8.
of dino aids.
Wait, could you not just use like protection? In this case, that'd be like gloves, right?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Controlling.
Because she's so badass of a pilot that like the human body can't take it, but she's half dinosaur, so it
Wait,
works
how
out.
is a human?
It's fucking weird.
The only
I don't know.
contact the human body makes.
No,
It's not actually dino aids. It's just called dino aids.
It's just she's like her power is so it's like radioactive power.
Yeah, kind. Think of it like that.
Oh, so she's like radioactive. I see.
Think about it like that. Yes.
Interesting.
Like you just
But it's-
can't handle that much power.
But it's
because
also
of the
dino aids.
Continue, please.
But it's also dino
Dino
aids.
aids.
I want every opportunity
Is that
to
what
say
they call
dino
it?
aids. No, that's not what they actually call it. That's what the community calls it. The community.
That you're
the
a part of.
degenerates. The degenerates that we are.
You should just get a T-shirt. Get Ash to make you a T-shirt that just says Dino AIDS.
That'd be brilliant.
I-
Dino aid degenerate. There you go.
I only caught dino aids twice.
Yeah, so you're safe. You have one more. You have one more. So, but like the main character, ooh, he's special, and he
Ooh.
falls in he kind of falls in love with the Dino girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wild.
So
Main
essentially,
pixie.
it's just a bunch of orphans. All these pilots are orphans,
Classic.
and they don't know what human interaction is like. Like they don't know what kissing is. Which
Like
is,
us, basically.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
basically
It's
us, yeah.
TJ plus mechs plus dinosaurs. That's what it is.
It's like Harry Potter.
It's exactly like Harry Potter. Darling in the Franxx by
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. I was gonna say like J.K. Simmons, but I was like, that is not the name. But yeah, that's essentially my Weeb time. I highly recommend it. I don't watch it. Do not watch this. Its power level is too great even for me. It's like it's riding the edge of like I can't.
You've already
it's
had it.
too much for
you
me.
Can't have it a third time.
I've had my 8 episodes. I don't know if I can go for a 9th.
So we should do this like every once in a while. You introduce an anime that we'll never watch.
Yes, please never watch. I can introduce an anime that you should watch. Something more accessible.
We're gonna cut it now.
So, like, you got your One Punch Mans, you got your all that. Anything that you find on Netflix is generally
me
okay.
and Ashmin established that One Punch Man doesn't count as making a weeb or whatever.
Oh no, of course it's super. Like I got
So good.
my mom loved it.
One Punch Man made me cry.
What the
So
fuck?
good. Moomin Rider with the sea
Moomin
King.
Rider every time.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's weird, but
That's a
all
good
right.
show.
That's my Weeb time.
I don't think I ever.
Don't get
tried.
dino aids. Moral of the story.
Don't get dino.
Uh,
Use protection.
I guess that's how we're ending the podcast. Don't get dino aids. Don't watch anime. Do not interact with weebs like me.
We should do like a
And-
real like outro. You know, like Car Talk. Car Talk is a really funny outro.
I loved Car Talk as a kid.
Car Talk is a hilarious outro. We should
They
do
are
that.
they're entertaining. Unlike us, I can try, but
We try
What
our
is
best.
card talk?
Car Talk.
So essentially,
Click
they
and
just-
Clack, the Tapper Brothers.
it's a radio
I have
show.
no idea.
They just talk
And-
about fixing cars, but they're really.
So yeah, they have like viewers call in. It's like, hey, these are my car troubles, and they're like, okay, this is probably what your issue is. This is how you fix it, or whatnot, or like this is how you diagnose it.
Sounds like the
But-
nerdiest show.
It's not.
No,
Not
they
at
have
all.
like this thick New Jersey accent. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Like they're anything but nerds. They have like experienced life for what it's worth, and then they just meme around for like, I don't know. I don't even know how long it is. Does this still go
It's an
on?
hour. They're like one of them is dead. It's,
Oh my God.
They just
Wait,
play
what?
re whatever.
It's that good. They can repeat the radio show. That's how great Car Talk is. Highly recommend. it.
Alright.
Recommend, yeah, we recommend Car Talk. Listen to Car Talk. All right, is that it?
What I do want to mention,
Oh yes.
this is the first time you've seen the 2 6-packs on camera. This is what our setup is for the most part when we do it at my home and I don't forget to bring.
Probably not expired, but that's okay.
No, they're definitely not expired. Come on. Anato here took out a can like a month ago, and
Yeah.
we've since had to refill it.
Yeah.
My man, what have you done?
This is the only surgery I'll ever do.
Okay, we should just put down the dog while it still has sun. It's still breathing.
Hey,
You know,
is this
still
it?
loving life to at least some extent. Guys, thank you for tuning in.
What was
We'll
episode,
see
is
you-
this episode 5?
Episode 5. We haven't even made a post about episode 4 yet. That's brilliant.
We don't need to.
I
Pretend it just like happened. Like
Fair
episode
enough.
4
it was in a
exists.
dream.
Yeah.
It was but a nightmare. Bye guys.
Ciao.